Sakusanini ne beluhlangala kangwane kusile nangemambala siyanivusela sithi vuka nathi ngwalomhla lomhla ekuseni sisabuka intuthuko yelive lapha ehlelweni kusile breakfast show silala ngetimvula esukwini la itolo sivuka nangato lomhla ekuseni siyatibona ke netinkhungu tiyakhansa emaswati kakhulu balimi bathokote kakhulu uma ngabe lehlisa smartphones kodwa ke tikhathi letifana naleti siyaye sibe nekukhathateka ukuthi ngabe ngeke yini kube netingoti temgwaqo ngoba ke live la kangwane liyathandaza siyethemba ukuthi angeke tibe khona tingoti temgwaqo kunathi timvula netinkhungu lesitibona kodwa ke labo laba limako nato nje timvula njengoba sitijabula sitikhanza titibusiso singemaswati indva ke lesitawuchubeka siyethabele kodwa ke kusesenjalo sitawuba nayo vele traffic update luhlelo lusachubeka siyethemba lo ukuthi sitawutitfola texwayiso ngato titsikabeto letingaba khona emigwaqweni labatawuphuma ngato imotolo lomhla ekuseni bakana kuseyimisebentini uma ngabe basekhona ke labasaya emisebentini labafana nathi those essential service workers sithemba ukuthi batawuphepha emigwaqweni ngale ngakuloko bonkosi sivuka ngetibusiso solosibonga lomdzala wetinsuku lo semazulwini ngakho ke kusigcina siphephile sangena ehlelweni lomuhle sitawufuna ke ukuthi buka donati indzaba letinengi kufaka ekhathi iEswatini mobile letawufika ke lapha ekhaya bathi ipositionile ke as a brand lechubekako nekuposition as a reliable and affordable network for the nation ba roll out ke ema offers abo lamasha lafaka ekhathi idata nema device deals as well as ema packages that are tailored for homes nekusetshenziswa kwema business bayafuna ke nekuveta indzaba yemncintiswano lokhona kulenyanga ya December njengoba sibona ukuthi ngomnyaka vele selithumela emasumpeni they are well known social media game lebitwa ke nge-time raps letawugocota ke kunango i-game time empeleni bitwa nge-game time iyagocota njengoba umnyaka sewephetha sifuna kuva ngawo ke ma-prizes labo abekile so do stay tuned for all those exciting details we're going to have that conversation with an Eswatini mobile representative masekabancile insimbi yesikhombisa lomhla ekuseni kunengelo tawukuthola lomhla ehlelweni kufaka ekhathi ihloko lethamba embili emaphephandzabeni elive salicala nje lihlelo nekuhamba sisachubana lo lihlelo sitatibukana ndzaba lapha ekhaya tesiswati sisikupopola kancane nje leti hamba embili emaveni emhlaba hlala nathi kwanyala ke sibuke lethamba embili emaphephandzabeni elive Ngosilehle sitaqala ngikubuka tindzaba letihamba embili ku Times of Eswatini njengoba ke mehlo onke livela kangwane abheke kubuka wona ema results noma imphumela yebafundzi labenta libanga lekugcina etikolweni letincane bathi ke ngo standard 5 labanye bathi grade 7 sizinike libanga lekugcina etikolweni letincane form 3 up standard 5 down. Girls top in EPC, JC top achievers. List 22 schools attain 100% pass rate in JC. Ngoseni, worst in JC. Sithathaweni records 109 failures in Standard 5. Rural schools dominate 100% rate in Standard 5. No more JC in 2027. We also do see some of the faces of the best performing pupils go Standard 5 as well as the Form 3 cream of the crop on the right side of the front page there. Ngaklokunye Oshuk accident, victims speak out and 10 men have been arrested for gender-based violence over the past weekend. There's chaos in Mozambique as Chapo declared president. Sibuke the last page of this publication. Sibuke temidlalo. This is the Times of Eswatini. EFA in 1.3 million emalangeni dilemma. Country's football mother body to rely on external help for Mauritius trip this week. The Eswatini Football Association is reportedly relying on external assistance for securing this week's trip to Mauritius as coffers run dry. Aklogunye Highlanders Nyawo in registration headache. This is a story that speaks to Bane Highlanders goalkeeper Niso, who is rather ensnared in a complex registration dilemma as the January transfer window looms. As we get from the international front, Kylian Mbappe hit rock bottom with penalty miss. nothing new. Eswatini Observer. This is the front page. Class of 2024. We're seeing the cream of the crop as the headline goes: JC pass rate up and EPC down. Top performing JC pupil inspired by Dr. Philip Nisi, and pregnancy daha dealing force some to miss exams. Still on the Eswatini Observer, they call themselves your dedicated sports feed. Desperate Sihlangwe enjoys week of hell, or skips camp, and morale down as players get lousy 400 Malangeni each. Nuro receives 600 Malangeni, while head coach gets 40,000 Malangeni. Bull rekindles Sitole interest on another story, and two more headlines: stay focused and determined, Kusho Tulani Xaba, and sports personalities reflect on past years. Perhaps we don't want to miss. Could Wanderers miss out on Ingwenyama Cup? That is a big question, as the New Year fanfare will be meaningless to Dome and Harp giants Manzini Wanderers, as they are set to miss out on the 7th edition of the richest tournament, the SMVAF Ingwenyama Cup. Stawe Petsange Kubugai Eswatini Daily News. The front leading stories there: girls on top in JC, EPC exams results. Kanzike kuthiwa fanele Bongiwe Methula from St. Michael's High School tops JC exams. Ayesha Chabalala from Malkans Valley Primary School and Tandega Kisha Dlamini from Little School are top performers in EPC. 1.14% improvement in JC results and 0.52% decline in EPC scores. FSRA puts Status Capital under curatorship. Those are the front leading headlines on the Eswatini Daily News publication this Tuesday morning. Turning over to the sports headlines. I beg your pardon. I do want to highlight that DPM Christmas gift to the vulnerable and disadvantaged is amongst the leading headlines there on the front page. Derek Shibai, first world status ambassador, Singizini Hotspur CEO, Banele Ngobe, hosted by Super Sports Soccer Africa, pays tribute to club president Derek Shiba for his wisdom and being an ambassador of the King's first world status. Great job. On another one, Ethan conquers December Privik edition. That is the Privik Golf Tournament, where Ethan emerged victorious over the weekend. On another story, Saka is out for many weeks with hamstring injury. Those are the leading headlines. Etinzabeni emaphephandzabeni omathathu elive lomhla ekuseni kungolesibili. Sibahle betmarket ngekuphuthuma lokukhulu. Sitawubuya sithokotele tindzaba tesiswati. Ujala masoda mahle kunathi lesa.
Sabatandi ukuthi njengalokhu
sivile sive sithi khulumeni.
Ilishumi imizuzu kubumbene insimbi yesikhombisa nathi indzaba tesiswati tifunda banga ilishumi nakubili la kubetelako ende umsebenzi loncomekako ensimini yebukhosi kumananga lapho bekahlakula khona kulandzela ukuthi ingwenyama ibusise kuhlakulwa kwemasimu ebukhosi kuphumeke tinkulungwane temajaha kanye nelibutfo lengatsha kulo msebenzi wemakhosi loqale ngelisasasa lelisetulu.
Lokho kukhala kwelicilongo lelishawe ngombutho lomkhulu lulinzamo ukuthumela umlayeto ebuthweni nebelilikhulu libulala inyoka litingulungwane ngetulu kwetingulungwane uthi sale lingena ensimini yobukhosi kumananga liqhubeke nekuhlakula kuthi tena ngemambala ngemva kwaloko lacubetelako waphoseka ngekhathi ensimini aludla ngemandla. Libutho liwende ngelithando umsebenzi wemakhosi kwavele kwacaca ukuthi kuyawuthi kuphela kuhlakula kwamasimi ebukhosi libe selitakhele igama lelihle emakhosini nasesiveni. Ibutho lengatsha solo lihamba ngalawo mandla lelaphuma ngawo uma ingwenyama ilikhipha ukuthi liyokhalusekwane solo uvutha bhe umdlonga engajeni.
Lana kufuna ute ngelithando ujabule uthokote lokwenteka la uhambisane nawo. Kumnanzi kakhulu ngikuthathana nabanye bonzanga yethu ngathi bangeta ngobe singatsha wethu lomsebenzi.
Kumnanzi enkosini ngingabakhuthata ingatsha lengangathi ibe nemandla ete ukuthi awuhlehla kangwane. Kumnanzi kuba lana kuya ngami ngaba sajing nokuthi sibuyele emakhaya bayethe wena waphathi.
Ngaqala ngokubonga nje Eswatini ngenombolo tiphakeme kakhulu lonyaka. Eminyakeni leminye behlala inombolo tiphasi kepha lonyaka kuyanyathelwana kangwane. Esingemaswati siyabonga ukuthi tikhulu bakhulule lamaswati ukuthi avelela nkosini athi uhlehla ngoba vele singemaswati kufanele ukuthi sihlehle nalongeti naye sisakasonzele nkosini.
Ngiyajabulisa kubona amabutho afake amandla nkosini lokwelesa kubuthekela kakhulu siyabonga nabo chief nje labakhiphile tingatsha umsebenzi lo ondekako umhle kakhulu.
Umsebenzi ube mhle ngangobe bekuhle kuvuka lusinga engajeni. Umbutho omhlwayeba ubonge ingwenyama.
Mswati lomnyama lo ngiphicile umile emagombe ebusika nehlobo bonke bojojo bahohlokile lapho kuyawakha wena bheve simnyama esikayili ngibona kwakha nciniseli lo ngasinqiniseli yawusinza ngekuzibalekela dladla sembube esimazima unyathele lwandle lakubalekela lwandle lokwakhela izinkimbi lwandle lokwakhela isikhawukhawu usobhuzabe bathaka yomchawulo usoking George Engilandi waze wamchawula ngempane welizulu la ufaka umbane wabampile esigodlweni kaNkosazane
bese sekuba kuhle kuyadzela ngesikhathi libutho selephethe umsebenzi seliphuma lishuqa lilibangise esigodlweni elithizeni. Nokulandzelela lapho kube sithombe lesikhangako lesijabulise nesive lesithole lithuba lekulibona libutho selewelela ngesheya elithizeni. Lobuhle lobonakele abukethusi noko njengobe live leSwatini latiwa mhlaba wonke jikelele ukuthi live linemasiko lamahle lacukethe nemvelaphi yesive semaswati. Imikhosi yelive kufaka ekhathi wona umkhosi wencwala ayisuke etindzebeni temlomo kubetive labantu butako ukuthi kuyangani ukuthi kungake sekube nesive lesinemasiko laseyathethe emakhulukhulu eminyaka solo angalahleki. Libutho beliganzelana kanti liqhubeke nendlela lenga kumahlanya lanikela elithizini ngemandla kwathi kungakapheli isikhathi lesiganani sabe sivela sihloko salo lahamba sigaba lesifishane labe likhala ngekhathi esigodlweni elithizini. Esigodlweni lifike lachitha injobo esibayeni. Ibutho latiswa ukuthi i-order yokuthi litawuvukela kuphi ngalesibili litawuyithola ngalesibili ekuseni. Nobika kwethu indzabeni ngisandile Makhanya nazwela emasuku esigodlweni elithithini.
Imindeni lemibili ngaphansi kwenkhundla yasekukhanyeni seyitfole tindlu letingalinganiselwa ku-100,000 emalangeni letinikelwe-ke lihhovisi leliphini landvunankhulu ngephansi kwemkhankaso waleli hhovisi wekwakhela abantu labadzala tindlu eveni kunembiko.
Liphini lamvunankulu lichubeke njalo nemsebenti lelanika wona ngemakhosi wekunakekela bantfu labadzala labadzingile kanye nebantfwana bendlunkulu eveni. Ngemsombuluko liphini lamvunankulu Kusile livakashele inkundla yasekukhanyeni kuyawetfula tindlu letimbili. Liphini lamvunankulu imphunga Kusile uthi sifiso saleli hhovisi ukuthi kube bete umuntfu lomdzala lolala endlini lengekho esimeni lesikahle.
Sesitawugijima embili sibuke ukuthi lendlu le uma kungachamuka nje nathi imvula lichamukako tamgcoba lo muntu lendlu asambe siyokwakha singameli ukuthi izimgcobe noma ikhombise ukuthi seyitamgcoba noma seyiphephukile noma sekunjani sakhe nathi tindlu lese aqalile nje adakha lotibona ukuthi tisimile. Ngiko ke uhulumende wembube ngekuholwa ngiyo ingwenyama yamaswati kuthi sithi asiphume nyalo siprevente sivimbe ngokuthi bantfu tindlu tingabathelekeli.
Imvuna yelitiko letindlu lephindze ibe lilunga lephalamende lasekukhanyeni umhlonishwa Apollo Maphalala uchazile ukuthi basebaningi bantfu labadzala nebantfwana bendlunkulu labadzinga kwakhela tindlu kule nkundla.
Tinengi tona njengoba ngisho nje la nkundleni ukuthi nakufakwa leticelo cishe kwafakwa ticelo letatingisikisi desperate cases mama tindzaba letilikhuni todvwana kodwa kwase kuyabonakala ukuthi la ekhaya engcenye singaqala khona kusasetshenzwa letinye tindzawo.
Lemindeni letfole letindlu inakekela nebantfwana labakhubatekile kani ke babonge bagangatha emakhosini ngekunakekela emaswati.
Kusijabulisa kakhulu mntwana. Kakhulu nje vele. Simo besikabe ngoba silala endlini lesimagusha umoya kuphakamende amathayela. Bese kufuna kuwonteka ingodi la kusiyabonga.
Nikela nje uNkulunkulu ukuthi nguye lo soye ungibongela. Ngiyabonga mhlonishwe. Ngiyabonga.
Bantfu labadzala bakulendzawo babese bayamukelisa kudla lokunikwetwe etinini tenkhosi nato lebetikhona kulomsebenzi. Etindzabeni kubika Sikhulile Dlamini anasikhumbuzo Dlamini ekukhanyeni.
Lenyukile lizinga lekuphumelela ka-Form 3 uma licathaniswa neminyaka lophelile ngokusho kwendvuna yetemfundvo umhlonishwa owenqumalo. Lo nyaka lizinga-ke lekuphumelela lime ku-83.15%, kanti eminyakeni lophelile belime ku-82.01%. Indvuna ikuvete loku uma yetfula imiphumela yelibanga laka-Form 3 na-Grade 7 emahhovisini ayo eMbabane esukwini layidolo.
Njengoba imiphumela yehlelo lwaka-Form 3 beyigadwe ngalabovu, indvuna yetiko letemfundvo nekucecesha umhlonishwa owenqumalo ngemsombuluko emhlanganweni nebetindzaba wetfule umbiko wemiphumela yehlelo lwaka-Form 3 waveta ukuthi lizinga lekuphasa lonyaka lenyuke lesuka ku-82.01% ngeminyaka wa-2023 lefika ku-83.15% lonyaka.
The national pass rate stands at 83.15%. While in 2023, it was at 82.01%. 699 candidates attained merit passes in 2024, showing a percentage decrease of 0.95% when compared with 2023. 1,665 candidates attained first-class passes in 2024, showing a decrease by 0.78% when compared to 2023. The number of second-class passes also decreased by 3.33% in 2024 when compared with 2023, as 8,742 candidates received second-class passes in 2024.
Indvuna yetfulile nekuthi bafundzi labangakaphumeleli eluhlelweni lalonyaka ka-Form 3 babe ngu-2,782, bafundzi labatfole ema-third class bona babe ngu-2,625, kantsi ngekuphasa sihambe embili sifundza sakaManzini. Luhlelo lwaka-Form 3 lona ngekusho kwalo litiko letemfundvo litawugcina kubhalwa ngemnyaka wa-2026. Etindzabeni te-Eswatini TV kubika Samkelisiwe Khoza na LinkedIn Gule eMbabane.
Ndzabeni temidlalo mengameli wenhlangano lengamele umdlalo wemadarts kuleli Phumlani Ndwandwe uthi bakhusata emacembu langephansi kwalenhlangano kuthi akachubeka abambe imchutselwano leminingi yalomdlalo. Ndwandwe bekakhuluma uma kuchubeka umchutselwano walomdlalo lobohlelwe licembu lemlilo ochubekela ke Olympia Africa kalobamba. Akulokunye Richard Dlamini uhambe embili emchutselwanweni wemdlalo weligaluva lowatiwa ngemanzini multi-purpose Gold Day. Anzelo umchutselwano ubanjelwe Royal Swazi Spa ezulwini. Tingawo ke tindzaba tesiswati sitawuba hlola emarket masinyane sitawubuya sichubeke nato naloke luhlelo.
Merry Christmas to everyone.
Ngosilela siphinde sinamukele ehlelweni Kusile Breakfast Show. Uhlelo langalesibili sisaqhubeka nalo ke siyafuna kufaka popolo emigwaqweni. Sinenhlanhla ke sinalo luhlangothi lwemaphoyisa embobeni esive labasendela nje lo msebenzi lomcoka. Sehlo Dlamini umlangeni uyasipha lo mbiko. Ngosikuvusela omhla kuseni ngabe uthini umbiko losiphawu?
Anguvusele ngiphinde ngivusele nabo bonke labalalele wona umsakato Eswatini TV namuhla ekuseni. Awu uqinisile imigwaqo sesihlolile ikakhulu konjekele sikubonile ukuthi Kinyabeto kulapha edolobheni la kaManzini lapha solo sibika ukuthi kune truck lapha eseclean now Sangwane Street nje uphuma ngaye inyalo ke seyivusiwe beyisolo igenukile itawuthoswa ke i-breakdown namuhla kwathi sekuthi basebente kwaze kwabase ebusuku itolo. Ngaphandle kwaloko idolobha la kaManzini linawo emarobhothi langasebenzi nawaya alapha eOtrefe eCheckers kanye nase Weight Center. Lidolobha laseMbabane lona kuyahambeka ngaphandle nje kwekuthi liyakhema idolobheni laseMbabane liphinde limbonye ngayo inkulu. Nasithatha ke nanga umgwaqo losuka lapha eMotshani ulibangise khona esipili nawo ngenxa yayo imvula lehle itholatholakala umkhemetelo umanti kani ke uphinze mncane uthandwa ngiwo kusebenziswa imoto letinkulu emaloli kunxusa njeke ukuthi silimiphise litubane nasisawusebenzisa lowo mgwaqo loyo ikakhulu nasijika emakhoneni kwathi sephela kwekuthi uyawukhanza kwekuthi nangabe kuneloli ngale ngalo kwekuthi yona ngeke ikhone ukujika kahle la ikhoneni iyaye bese iyathathathatha kulomzila lomunye kuze itokwakhona ukuthi yakhe the turning radius yayo lephelele edolobheni la kumathapha tibane temgwaqo tiyasebenza kahle kakhulu kufaka ikhathi lapha eshiselweni lapho khona tibane letingasebenzi nginatiya letibukene kanye neliposi nakhona sihamba siyibona inkungu levalile edolobheni lakahlathi nawungena njeke edolobheni kunxusa nje ukuthi sikhanyise emalambula amakhulu sewukhona kubonana ngaphandle kwaloko kungaba njeke kunxusa kwekuthi bantu labanengi baye bathi batawusebenzisa ilanga lekugcina ekuhambeni kuyothenga lebatawuthi batijabulise ngako kubokhisimusi sekungaba kunxusa njeke kwekuthi asihambe ngamabhasi asekuseni siphinde futhi senesiqiniseko ukuthi ngaso sonke isikhathi sigibele imoto letingeke tagcwala kakhulu ngaloko ukuthi naseyigcwele kakhulu imoto ayibisakhona ukuthi ilawuleke ngemthamo lesuke ulayishile nekulimala ke ukani uhamba ngemoto legcwele awubesakhona kulithola lesito kahle iphindze futhi nixwayise kubanikati bato tinkomo ukuthi siyabonakala emgwaqweni siyasibangela nato tingoti ngaphandle kwaloko kungaba kukufisela njeke lilanga leliphephile kanye nakhisimusi in advance lophephile mngoni
Dlamini okunene nansi nifisela ke ma-holiday akhismusi lamahle kakhulu sibonge nemsebenzi besolo nisendela wona kusiphopolela imigwaqo siyethembela ukuthi ke imibiko lesitaqhubeka siyithole njengoba ama-holiday ayachubeka imigwaqo kutabe kuphitsitela ngemamba inkungu ke siyatibona tiyachubeka tifaka emandla bonkosi bekungisehlo Dlamini usipha umbiko we-traffic sitaqhubeka nalo hlelo sisaya emarket sifuna kubuka yezulwini private hospital lese yithole international accreditation from COSASA siyidawova ke ku EPH CEO Dr. Thandeka Khanyile.
In other exciting news, breaking a record in the kingdom's healthcare industry, Eswatini Private Hospital recently received an international accreditation from the Council for Health Services Accreditation of Southern Africa. This is the first of its kind in the country, bringing top-notch and affordable healthcare right to Eswatini's reach. Stay tuned for more updates as we take you through a brief overview of the state-of-the-art healthcare institution and chat to hospital's Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Thandeka Khanyile. EPH, Eswatini Private Hospital.
Livela kangwane lisabulala emabhodlela libulalela sona sibhedlela lesatiwa ngezulwini private hospital liyafuna ukukhumbula ukuthi isibhedlela vele sabusiseka njengoba kwanyathela libhubesi lemhlaba kubusisa kuvulwa kwaso lesibhedlela kufanele ke lomuhla ukuthi sikube sibhedlela lesitfola ama accreditation lamakhulu nakangaka laqhamuka eCOSASA insatheli yemsakato nelisiwe ndlangamandla lihlangothini lwemabhizinisi ihleli phasi naye longangemphathi waso lesibhedlela Dr. Thandeka Khanyile kuxoxisana nje ngayo le accreditation which is such a great achievement. Let's listen to the conversation.
CEO, welcome to the show. We heard that you were accredited by COSASA. So tell us more about this accreditation. What does it mean for the EPH?
COSASA is the Council of Health Service Accreditation of Southern Africa organization that accredits health facilities. This accreditation simply means that we've been found to be compliant with the standards that define our practices, our processes, activities in the hospital, the structures that are required for a health facility to be able to provide a safe and quality services.
What are some of the standards, CEO, that you have practiced or that you've incorporated in your strategy that have earned you this accreditation?
Okay, so COSASA has service elements, and I think it's a fancy term for departments, because there are 34 service elements that they have given us, which basically means the departments where they have created the standards were developed and they were assessing us in those elements. A simple one, food services. They were assessing us how our food is prepared. Is there cold storage? Is it temperature monitored? So simple things like that, they were ticking as we were being assessed. The obvious one, the clinical services. When patients walk in the hospital, do they know where to go? Are they received well? The admission process, is that doctor available? So those are some of the things, but the 34 departments in the hospital had its own standards. Leadership and management, they assessed how, we make, policies, how we communicate with the staff, whether the structures actually sit to discuss simple things like budget, because you would understand then that is also important in the delivery of the services. So it's different service elements with different standards that we all had to be accredited in all those areas, not only one area. So we were found to be compliant with the standards that have been developed in all those service elements.
Well said, Doc. I just want to know how this accreditation will help influence your long-term strategy as you try and help your clients in this hospital, Doc.
For quality services, you cannot say that you have high quality of services until the client, who's the recipient of your services, is satisfied. So that is the whole drive, that one, we have services that are going to meet the expectations of our clients. Two, that will be responsive to the needs of the clients, and that will be effective. And this is the service that the clients should receive. As they walk in, they should just feel that the environment that they're in, it's a safe environment. And we get that a lot because we also do regular feedbacks, in terms of the surveys, where our clients are able to indicate that I was not happy with this. Then it means we must then go there and just fix whatever that made the client unhappy. I think the easy one for us in terms of the experience was the food. I think we had a lot of complaints in the past, so the food was not what the clients expected. And it made us change the service provider and give different instructions to the service provider. And we're now getting, a lot of clients being happy with the food that we provide. So that's how it goes down to the patient. It's the quality of the service that in the end they will receive, because we meet certain standards that define health services.
It is very interesting, Doc, to see a hospital fairly new like the EPH receiving such accreditation. But I always want to know how such accreditation and how such achievements will trickle down to the clients that you attend to every single day here.
The accreditation we have been found compliant, and the accreditation is only for 2 years. Let me start there, because it was for the first time that they assessed us. So they initially give you 2 years, but it doesn't stop there. It then requires us to continuously improve and monitor that what we're doing is still according to the standards. So in the long term, we see ourselves being a hospital of choice, not only for local people, but even for people outside the borders, which then means that, you know, it will help us be sustainable as a business as well.
Having received such an accreditation, I want you now, Doc, to speak to your clients at home and those that still wish to be clients of the EPH. What is it that you are offering them? What's different about the EPH?
So choose EPH because EPH is committed to providing services that are safe and accessible and that are of a high quality. In terms of being accessible, we are open 24 hours and there is a doctor in the premises for 24 hours to attend to emergencies. And secondly, we are open to receiving everyone. We are not only managing patients that are insured in terms of medical schemes or insurances. We have also designed very good packages, cash packages, that ensures that our health services are accessible to everyone. So for that reason, we are saying choose EPH because of our commitment to high quality.
Thank you so much, Doc, for joining us on Kusile Breakfast Show, and congratulations for this tremendous milestone and achievement. And we are hoping that everyone will see that the EPH is a hospital of choice.
Yeah, it was the EPH accreditation conversation between the Chief Executive Officer of EPH, Mrs. Kanyile, as well as Mrs. Numalo Nilsuwendangamandla, our business journalist lapha Eswatini TV. We have Senior Commercial Manager from the Eswatini Mobile to discuss an important conversation after the break.
In other exciting news, breaking a record in the kingdom's healthcare industry, Eswatini Private Hospital recently received an international accreditation from the Council for Health Services Accreditation of Southern Africa. This is the first of its kind in the country, bringing top-notch and affordable healthcare right to Eswatini's reach. Stay tuned for more updates as we take you through a brief overview of the state-of-the-art healthcare institution and chat to hospital's Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Thandeka Kanyile. EPH, Eswatini Private Hospital.
Ngosihlenhla siphindze sinamukele eluhlelweni besishilo ke nasicala lihlelo ukuthi lo mhlehlelweni sitawuxoxisana nalabaqhamuka ka Eswatini Mobile. Sifuna nje ukukhulumisa indzaba lemcwa kakhulu as they continue to roll out exciting offers. They continue to do that even during this exciting period of the year, the festive season, where data becomes really crucial. It becomes basically something that you need to connect with your loved ones, whether you are home with them or whether you are far away. Communications Manager Nosipo Shongwe is here with me in studio to discuss these exciting offers that Eswatini Mobile has. Nosipo, a very good morning to you. Welcome to the program. It's been a minute. Last time we were in Blue, I do remember, but read today, and an important conversation, if you ask me. Let's talk about the data that is affordable that you continue to offer to Eswatini. What is new there? Because as I know, Eswatini Mobile data has always been affordable. It seems it keeps getting more affordable.
Thank you for having me. Tis the season to be jolly. It's
Right.
Christmas time. Siyavusela eMaswati ekhaya. Eswatini Mobile will never stop reminding eMaswati ukuthi le network lena lengeyabo leseswatini leyakhiwa noma yavedwa ngeMaswati lapha kule live solo ibuketele ukuthi lonke eliswati alibe nayo internet connection emakhaya.
Right.
And ngileso lesizathu lesente ukuthi sale sithi thina enyalo your affordable network sale sikhulumisa wena as an individual because le network le ayisiyo mhlawumbe yalabo labayisebendelako kodwa phela ukhumbule ukuthi le network lena yethu sonke thine lesithi siyadichenya ngekuba ngemaswati lapha even le maswati kude lokushintshile Eswatini Mobile is putting its best foot forward. Ngihlale nisibona sibovu painting the country basically red. We're doing the same this Christmas. City there is no stop. We want to take the country over as fast as we can, and this is the reason today on Christmas Eve we're here to remind Emaswati ukuthi as we go home, kubogogo bethu, bo andi bethu, our loved ones, sisuka emadolobheni sasiye emakhaya. Let's fill up our data banks and go home with enough data to share these lovely moments with all our relatives that couldn't be with us at this exciting time.
I love the fact that you speak on as we go home, because that is exactly what is happening around this time. And what we are also learning though from Eswatini Mobile is that the offers are not only just tailored for individuals, but there is a keen focus right now for home and business use as well. Certainly some of the essential service businesses are still working and they require that pretty much right now, very, very much highly, as well as bantu basakhona emakhaya. They want to enjoy that as a family. Talk to me about these offers.
We have our one product that is Little Pet, our Home Phone Plus. This product, it allows you as a parent, as a mother, as a father, to have comfort in the knowledge that your child is not exposed to the big wide world of internet that is harmful, but rather your child can be able to surf the net and enjoy their internet connection in a safe environment through our Home Phone Plus. It allows families to have a lot of access to our services, our data most especially, whilst it also has voice. We have different packages. It's $195 for any family. You have it, you have a gadget. We have these gadgets in stock, or you can get it from our accredited suppliers, and it allows you that comfort of a landline. You can call your house and you are sure that your child is inside the house, and they are still able to study. They're still able to continue doing that research, and they're also able to keep themselves educated whilst they're on holiday, as opposed to just sticking to a phone and calming themselves on the social media pages that are becoming fast a hazard to our young people.
You spoke about some of your accredited suppliers. We are aware that you do have experience centers around the world. I want us to speak about some of these centers, just to give the viewer that kind of heads up, because we're all going in fragmented areas across the country during this festive season.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu Nxumalo. Sikhona thina la eMbabane, a corporate place. We're going to be open today until 5. We're going to be open again at the Punumo. We're there. We're in Hlangano. We're at the Gables. We're in Simuya and Sitegi. And all the services that we're talking about are going to be available in all these outlets. We have ensured that we have provided young people with employment firstly, and secondly, equipped them with knowledge on how to service our nation properly. When you walk into these spaces, you're going to walk out with the knowledge of our Imali packages, which is our mobile money offering that allows you to have a wallet and you're able to save. As we go home, we're going to be faced with power outages and all of that. We're going to need to top up the electricity, We can also send money home whilst we're still stuck here in town, like you and I were still at work. We can send money, go get that firewood, buy that cow, So all of that can be done from the comfort of our home or offices. And then we've also got devices that are currently in our experience centers. We've got our device of the month. It's called an Honor. It's a X5, and it's gone drastically down so that all our customers who currently don't have smartphones can be able to purchase one for themselves. This is available across all the stores I've mentioned, especially in Punumo, Corporate Place, and at the Gables. So this smartphone is 2695 ordinarily, but just because you're a Sazi Mobile subscriber and it is the season to be jolly, we're giving it to you for 2,395. I would suggest that you get yourself one, hey? And then also, whilst you're there, you could be a lucky recipient of unlimited data.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, I wasn't good in math, but I'm trying to calculate how much I'm saying. At least 300. I can buy myself.
Actually, you're saving more. You're going to go taxi
rice,
free data.
Oh my goodness, that's quite a deal right there.
It is,
yeah,
eh?
Yeah, indeed.
And to think that you're going to connect with your loved ones while saving money, it's beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I want to get into the famous game time, which is wrapping up, I believe, as the year wraps up itself. What a game, you know, a lot of Eswatini have been excited about it. Even when you didn't want to know about it, you knew about it. And, you know, that is true to Eswatini mobile fashion there. You see in everyone's face, you know, and that is when people realize that they're actually, you know, here to, you know, give us a better service experience in terms of data and all the offerings that you have. Let's speak about this famous game.
I'm excited about our game time. It was just us interacting uncannily with our customers.
Right.
And we found that people want to interact with Eswatini Mobile. They enjoy speaking with us. And this has led to this game time being such a fun time for our customers. And we want to go out with a bang this year. We are inviting all our customers that are not following our social pages to do so. Follow Eswatini Mobile on Facebook. Sorry, that's our website. You'll find all our Facebook handles. You're going to be aligned or just directed to our social media pages. You can also just follow us on Facebook. Our handle is Eswatini Mobile. Our game time is giving away 2 smartphones just because you are you. Eswatini, because this is your network. We want you to be home and to enjoy this pulsating game.
Right.
Stick onto your social media platforms today. If you are not following the page, follow it. You're going to follow the directions there, and you could just walk away with not just data today, but you're going to walk away with 2 smartphones, courtesy of Eswatini Mobile. Actually, we have 4, but for just purposes of this Christmas segment, we have 2 that are going to be up for grabs for a lucky winner. Sitsi halala, it's Christmas.
Yeah.
We want everyone to feel valued in this country.
But thank you so much for your time. It seems Eswatini Mobile lapha khona ngumfombo longashi, because I'm thinking back, you know, when the year started, you've been giving away a lot of, you know, products and services to your customers. It seems as if there is that very stern focus on making sure that your customers are always happy.
We are what we are because of Eswatini. This is also a moment for us as a network to say thank you. Thank you so much to the country for growing with us mostly and trusting us. And whilst we had our teething problems, they allowed us to get over that. You know, before we can no longer refer to ourselves as toddlers in the game. We want to be the big dog. And how can we achieve all that? It's by asserting our stance and also asserting our presence in this country. We're not going anywhere. And as long as the nation does what it does for us, we can see all the hope and trust they have in us. We're going to go far.
Happy holidays, and we hope that the game time competition is going to go smoothly, and Eswatini, the deserving Eswatini, will eventually win these amazing prizes. Quite a lot that we've unpacked today, starting from the affordable data that they have to their home and business offerings in terms of data, once again, as well as the Honor X5 that you have to make sure that you get at a much cheaper price, as well as their game time competition. There was Nosipo, marketing manager from Eswatini Mobile. Let's go for a break. So we as well.
When you choose your adventures, you do so with an open heart and a desire for the unexpected. You embark on journeys to discover new worlds full of wonder. You choose a path to awaken your senses, a world to make you look up and realize just how inspiring this life can be. Arrive and awaken your heart. Explore life in ways only thought possible in your dreams. Discover just how far you'll go to expand your understanding of life's greatest mysteries. There's just one place on this planet with so much to offer. Now is the time for you to have the royal experience in the kingdom.
You've stayed with us for 51 minutes. Thank you for that. Let us look at our international news now. In his first term as United States President, Donald Trump tightened economic sanctions against North Korea to try to force a Pyongyang to give up its nuclear weapons program. VOA looks at what Trump should expect from North Korea during his second term.
North Korean leader Kim Jong-un used a military exhibition for his first remarks on the United States since Donald Trump became president-elect, saying past negotiations confirmed what he called Washington's unchangeable hostility toward Pyongyang. Kim vowed to expand North Korea's nuclear capabilities without limit as the only way to counter external threats. Kim today is a decidedly different opponent for Trump than when they last met in 2019, says former State Department Asian Affairs official Evans Revere.
Kim Jong-un believes he has a stronger hand, and I believe part of that stronger hand is his newfound relationship with the Russians.
U.S. military officials say there are now more than 10,000 North Korean troops in Russia helping with its invasion of Ukraine. Russian Defense Minister Andrei Belousov was in Pyongyang last month, advancing a strategic partnership treaty that Belousov says reduces the risk of war on the Korean peninsula. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte says that alliance is a challenge for the incoming Trump administration.
Nuclear technology and missile technology is flowing into North Korea, and therefore is a risk now that North Korea will use it, not only to be a threat to us here, but also to the US mainland.
Together, Russia and North Korea threaten greater instability, says former U.S. National Intelligence Officer for North Korea, Sidney Seiler.
This is becoming a military alliance with both near-term and longer-term dangerous risk to obviously extending the war in Ukraine, destabilizing the Korean Peninsula, and just destabilizing the international community.
With North Korea gaining Russian air defense systems, upgraded munitions manufacturing, cash, and food and fuel aid, Seiler says Kim has less need for Washington than during Trump's first term.
With all the things that Kim Jong-un is able to get from his new best friend, Vladimir Putin, why would he reach out to Donald Trump?
In his first term, Trump worked with South Korean leaders to try to roll back North Korea's nuclear weapons program. In his second term, Trump will be dealing with a North Korea that has firmly closed the door on denuclearization, says Revere.
What the North Koreans have been after all the while is to gain acceptance from the United States, or at least acknowledgement from the United States, that North Korea is a legitimate, accepted nuclear power now, and that the two countries should sit down together and talk and coexist with each other.
Just days before last month's U.S. election, North Korea tested a new intercontinental ballistic missile that could potentially reach most of the U.S. mainland.
Israel has taken over a buffer zone between Israel and Syria and says its forces will not withdraw until it is sure that residents of the Golan Heights border will be secure. Half of these residents are from the Druze community, who worry about what the fall of Bashar al-Assad's regime will mean for them and their family members on the Syrian side of the border.
The majority of the some 20,000 Druze residents on the Israeli side of the Golan Heights welcomed the fall of the Assad regime. The Golan Druze are an Arabic-speaking religious minority, most of whom consider themselves to be Syrian citizens and have extended family on the Syrian side of the border. Many, like Druze social activist Nabih al-Halabi, say they hope for a new democratic regime in Syria which will make peace with Israel.
I will stay in my house. I will not leave my house if it's Israeli regime or Syrian regime. But we hope and we believe, I believe personally, that in the next few years, Israel and Syria will be more close to make a peace agreement and real agreement.
The long Syrian civil war and the current situation of social and economic uncertainty have pushed young Druze in the Golan Heights into identifying more with Israel, according to Dolan Abu Salah, the mayor of Majd al-Shams, the largest Druze town in the Golan. He has worked as an Israeli local official for 16 years.
Since the fall of Assad, we have experienced people here getting closer to Israel. The one who has proven that it can ensure security and human rights, especially for those living adjacent to the border, is the state of Israel. It is the stable factor here.
Others in the Druze community say they worry about the rebels now leading Syria, who were previously associated with Islamic fundamentalist groups. They fear that the rebels will not be as tolerant of the Druze minority as was the former secular leader Bashar al-Assad.
First, let them cut off their beards and tone down their Islam. After that, I will agree that they will take charge of Syria.
The intentions of the Islamic fundamentalist rebel groups now leading Syria also worry Israel. Immediately after Assad fled, the Israeli army moved into the buffer zone between the Israeli side of the Golan Heights, which Israel occupied in 1967 and later annexed, and the Syrian side. Israel says it has no intention of staying in the buffer zone permanently, but wants to make sure the residents near the border are safe.
We cannot judge because, the regime collapsed just on the 8th of December. So that's just in the short term, it looks stable. But we don't know what will happen in the next few weeks and months.
The rebel leader and de facto ruler of Syria today, Ahmed al-Shara, says that Syria is exhausted by war and wants peace with everyone, including Israel. After more than a year of war against Hamas and Hezbollah, Israel too is exhausted, but both sides are waiting to see what happens next in Syria.
Lebokosilenhle Maswati athi lokungapheli kuyahlola lolu-ke luhlelo lelungafuni kuhlola njengoba selivele selifike khona emaphethelweni. Ngithunywe-ke ngibo bonke lengisebenza nabo kakusile breakfast show ukuthi angithi happy Christmas kuwo onke Maswati lapha khona kudo lonke ikhalo delive. Sethembe ukuthi-ke kutawuba kuhle kuphela sisabuka lona lusuku lwaKhisimusi singumhlaba wonke. Live la ngwane lithandazile bonkosi Dubusiso Dodwa kube kuhle nisale kahle.
the ocean, wider than the sea.
Jesus took the fall for me. He died a sinner's death. He was wounded, bruised for me. Yes, for me.